Well, should I go to the question or you want to go?
You go to the
Okay, so the
question. I'm gonna
question
find
is
it.
God balances judgment and mercy. How does it show here? And this is again referring to Isaiah 1 through 4. God balances judgment and mercy. How does he do it here? Okay, so just remembering what I read here, it's like these people are already like in sin. They're, corrupt. They're living out of the favor of God. And I believe Isaiah just wants to, like, he's trying to just get it over with. Like, okay, well, I guess you're going to, deal with them since they're not doing what you want, God. And God doesn't work like that. And I think that's kind of like we were just talking about, ironically. God doesn't work in the way where you think it should work. It's like he uses um his own principles and rules. Like, God is God and he is who he is, and if you don't study him and know who he is, then you don't, some things we will never understand because his ways are not our ways. But he uses mercy. He gives us all grace, but he does use judgment. But what I'm noticing a pattern of, he will warn. He will warn first. It's not like it's just going to come out of nowhere like pop quiz. It's like, okay, this is what is right. These are the precepts, these are the covenants, and you're going to be warned, and then you're going to be held accountable. But he gives you so much like he gives you so many chances. And but you're not going to be able to say you didn't know. Right? That's the thing about it. It's like you're not going to be able to say you didn't know. So I think Isaiah is coming in with this idea of like, oh, come on, let's hurry up and get it. Let's get this done. These people aren't doing right. We get them out of here. Come on, God, let's go. And that's not how God has operated. That's not how he does it. So so that's the answer to the question, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So God balances judgment and mercy. How does he do it?
Yes, my bad.
Well, actually, how he shows it there is the cold part. Because Isaiah thought that he.
That's Isaiah.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, I lied.
My bad.
So I lied. I be lying sometimes, but I don't be meaning to.
Everybody lies.
Okay, so so how do you think?
The person lie was Jesus.
How do you think God balances? God balances judgment and mercy. How does he show here?
I think.
How does it show?
Oh, I think that just like you said, I just believe that first thing God does is he looks at the whole, right? I think he looks at everything and says, first, I think he goes to the beginning of a problem. And I think he looks at it and says, well, okay, you're not doing right. You haven't been doing right. I'm going to make sure, right, that you're able to follow my guidelines. And you're not following my guidelines. But I'm going to warn you. I'm going to give you, it depends on how many chances, and it depends on what period of time is it. What I'm noticing from God is we're in Isaiah now. He is not changed. He's still the same God. But his judgment and mercy depends on each situation, I believe. I think he's fair across the board. So he's saying, because this is not just one person. This is a whole nation. God takes that into account. He's thinking, okay, listen, I promised Abram, I can't go back on my promise because this is the truth and I'm the Lord. If I go back on my promise, existence fails to exist. Right? There's no more existence. So I think he says, hey, let's just look at everything and we're going to figure it out. And I'm going to give you mercy, just like he did with the people of Jonah. It's another good example. When Jonah came and God says, do this, they follow they were sinning. Right? They were sinning. God said, hey, give you another chance. They said we didn't know we were sinning, which most of us don't know. This is our nature. He says, okay, y'all are good. Same with the golden bull. When Moses was at the top with the tablets of golden bull, and he left his brother Aaron in charge. People get on Aaron. Aaron was high priestess, and he was the first one in the tabernacle, first one ever to put on the ephod. And he even started worshiping the golden bull. Came down, was like, "What are you doing worshiping the golden bull? You're supposed to be worshiping God." He's like, "My bad.
I got caught up.
I got caught up." That's what humans do, right? This is what we're doing. Now, God, you know what God judgment? Moses was more mad than God was. God was like, "Hold on, wait. Give him a choice. Either you're going to worship the bull or you're going to come and worship me." That's judgment, right? That's fair judgment. To
Give them the choice.
discern, yes. The judgment is discerning between what is right and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think mercy is giving people grace.
Okay.
So I think God's like, "I know you did wrong, but I'm going to give you another shot." God's very merciful. He's merciful with us right now. He could end this all right now if he wanted to, but he doesn't.
It's so interesting that you made the connection, because I was thinking that too. I was thinking about Isaiah and Jonah kind of being similar in that way, where it's like they both had this idea that like, oh, these people are doing wrong, and it kind of reminds me of Moses too when he clinked the rock. He's like, "Chill, like it's cool, like these are my people, like." Why you mad? But I see why you mad, because I've taught you the right way.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because
he can't get mad at. He can ask. God can ask why, but I think he's like, "All right, I like that young pit bull."
Well, here's the other thing, because you have a heart after God.